खलीफा के लबों से जो गुलो जौहर बिखरते हैं,
खलीफा के लबों से जो गुलो जौहर बिखरते हैं,
बड़े अनमोल मोती है ये दौलत हम संभालेंगे। बड़े अनमोल मोती है ये दौलत हम संभालेंगे।
Always interesting. Diga, Zishan, I think we'll go over to the Friday sermon, quick summary. And then at the end, if we have time, we'll have Kasoti. Zishan, who's doing it today?
Muslim will do it.
Sanga Muslim.
Walaikum.
Solid. Good stuff. Are you guys on half time right now?
Yeah, after this weekend we start again.
Oh, okay.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hazrat Khalifatul Masih Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Aziz stated, once the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam was in an orchard when someone came to the door and asked to enter. The Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that the door should be open and the person at the door should be given the glad tidings of paradise. When the door opened, it was Hazrat Abu Bakr radiallahu anhu, and he was conveyed with glad tidings. Then another person came to the door, and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said the same thing. This time it was Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, and these glad tidings were conveyed to him. Then a third person came to the door, and the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that he should be given the glad tidings of paradise, despite having to endure hardships. When the door was opened, it was Hazrat Usman radiallahu anhu, and these glad tidings were conveyed to him. In today's sermon, Hazrat Khalifatul Masih said that there are those who are not prophets but are blessed with converse with God. He said that among his people, Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was a muhaddis, a person who receives many revelations. The promised Messiah alayhi salam explained that this did not mean that Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was the only muhaddis from the nation of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rather, this meant that one could become a muhaddis once they adopt the spirit and qualities of Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. Thus, it was revealed to the promised Messiah alayhi salam that he was a muhaddis and he had within him the spirit and qualities of Hazrat Umar. His Holiness Ayyadullah Ta'ala bin Aziz further said that Hazrat Umar loved the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam very much. Upon hearing of the demise of the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, Hazrat Umar immediately said that the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam could not be dead and would soon awaken. It was only after Hazrat Abu Bakr consoled him and explained the reality to him that he accepted it. Hazrat Abu Bakr recited the verse of the Holy Quran which states that Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was but a messenger and all messengers before him passed away. Hazrat Umar understood that just as all previous prophets had passed away, the same was the case for the Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jazakumullah.
Jazakallah Muslim. Anything from the Friday sermon which you feel that you could relate to or that you learned which you didn't know?
One of the things that I learned is that there were some verses in the Quran which were sent down after what Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu had said and advised.
Yeah, that was amazing. Amazing. For me, the thing which struck me most was the thing you read at the start, talking about how Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu was muhaddis, meaning that he had conversation with Allah, and how the Holy Prophet, how he said that if you follow his example, then you can also be a muhaddis, meaning that all of us right now, we have the ability to the more that we work on our faith, and the more that we learn from these great examples, the more conversation and the more closer we can get to Allah Ta'ala. And I think that's the reason why Huzur is constantly giving these examples of different Sahaba, because it gives us that ray of hope that if we also work on it, and if we give it a small, more attention than we usually do, then we can also get to that level of being a muhaddis or even higher than that as well. The levels that prophets even got to in the way they had their relationship with Allah. So never lose hope and use these examples. And if you just take one good thing that Azrul mentions in the week, a good quality that you hear, try and adopt it and then implement it into your life, then you'll see how big of a change it will happen or it will make on your personal life and your spiritual life. Because I think the spirituality side, maybe in youngsters, is not focused on as much. And the older you get, the more you realize that I wish I did this when I was younger, and I wish I focused more on my prayers or focused more on developing a habit. And that's one of the biggest, I think, the biggest struggles for most young people is the habit of praying on time or going to namaz or doing namaz or having the habit of reading the Quran. You're never going to wake up one day and just suddenly start reading the Quran every single day. It's going to be a slow, gradual process, but you need to force that habit into yourselves for it to be a habit, for you to start doing it without even thinking. So, work on it from now. And inshallah, later on, you'll always see the benefit of it. I watch a lot of these business videos and business tycoons who talk about how to make money a lot. And one of the greatest things, the main thing that each of them say is that invest your money early when you're young, because when you're older, you'll see the benefit of that. And with people who start late, they don't make as much money as people who start really early. And same thing with our faith side. The more you invest now, the greater benefit you'll see when you get older, when you start coming into positions of being like Sadr of the Jamaat or in the national army and things. You'll have this expectation of you that you need to be at a certain level. So do it from when you're young, and inshallah, as you get older, you'll reap the benefits. Inshallah. So yeah, guys, we'll just finish off